Get the kids away from the screen, because what I'm about to show isn't for everyone. If you're looking for strategies without any losing trades, unfortunately they don't exist. But there is one cheat code. It is a combination of two indicators that have been working since 2020. This will help recover any losses you might have. In this video, I'll share the exact settings and explain step by step how to open a trade with a very high probability of making a profit. I shared the strategy on my channel a month ago, so check out the results other people have achieved. So let's get started and pay close attention, because at the beginning we need to prepare the chart and our platform for trading with the strategy. If you don't do this, there's a high chance you'll just lose your money. The first thing we need to do is go to this section, make sure to enable candlestick chart type and set the time frame to S30. This is assuming you want to trade minute-long trades. The main rule here is that the time frame of your trade should be twice as long as the time frame of your candlestick. If, for example, your candlestick time frame is M5, that means your trade should be 10 minutes. Keep that in mind. Next, we go to the indicator section and double-click on the moving average indicator. Now we need to configure these two indicators precisely. We accept the first indicator, set the period to 11, and make sure to set the indicator type to EMA. We can leave the styles as they are and click Save. The settings for the second indicator are as follows. We change the period to 56, and we also change the indicator type to EMA. If you don't do this, your strategy simply won't work. In the styles, we should make this line distinct from the first line, so adjust it to your preference. So we've discussed the indicator settings. Now let's talk about opening trades. I think we currently have a good opportunity to open a trade for decline, and let me explain why and how you can replicate this. In 3 seconds, I'm opening a trade for a decline for 1 minute. Look, we are primarily looking for an asset with a clearly defined trend. We can see that we had a downtrend here, and both lines of our two indicators are decreasing, both the red and green indicators. Next, there is a trend reversal. The indicators are crossing at this point, indicating a change in trend because the green indicator is rising and the red indicator is also rising. Now we have another intersection, and at this intersection we enter trade for a decline, considering that we have place to fall, meaning we see a support level below. This essentially acts as a magnet for our price. So the price will move toward this level. We opened the trade pretty well. Yes, after a significant drop, but our indicator confirmed the change in our trend. So right now we are confidently opening a very good trade that brings us a profit of 174. In today's video, I will also include signals from the robot, because it sends us amazing trades, and I might open a couple of trades for 15 or 5 minutes and also demonstrate the both signals. So if you want to receive them for free, just click the link in the description, just tap the command to enable signals, turn on receive signals for 2 hours and copy the trades. So we now have a chance to open a second trade for an increase. I'm about to enter a position. Look, there is a slight risky moment here. We again found a chart that had a long downtrend, but recently the chart tried to break the trend and go up, but it didn't succeed. Let's hope that the previous situation doesn't affect the current trend change, because we are essentially entering an intersection. Above us there is a horizontal level that the price will strive toward, and the trade is opened according to all the rules. Wow, it's turning out to be a very confident move. We are earning another 184 in profit. So guys, it seems we are receiving a signal from the bot for a 5-minute decline, so we simply copy the asset name, quickly set the time to 5 minutes and decline. The main thing here is to react as quickly as possible to the signals to get a similar entry point as the bot, and consequently achieve results like this. So make sure to enable notifications after activating the demo period, and let's just wait for the results. We have a trade for 5 minutes. Well, it's not super confident, but nevertheless, we are getting 117 profit from the bot. This signal is also marked positively, and apparently the signal came before we activated the bot. Well, let's move on to our strategy. So let's open a trade for an increase here with a slight delay, but I will explain why. First, we have a resistance level above, and I think since it's very close, the stock market will continue to strive toward it. However, if we analyze the situation globally, we see that after this intersection, there was a downward movement, and now we have an upward movement following this crossing. So we wouldn't have earned right away, but somewhere on the second candlestick, we'll enter this upward movement, trading purely based on the trend. Looking for the maximum number of confirmed factors, including the trend change on the indicators and the area that essentially acts as a magnet for our price. And of course, based on these two factors, we're opening a confident trade, which will close in 5 seconds. I believe that after moving away from this zone, we will face a correction. I won't open a trade now, since it's not in line with our strategy for today, but in general, it would have been possible to open a good position here. So my friends, let's open a trade for an increase. The situation here is almost identical to the one we traded earlier. I see an area that could serve as resistance for our chart and the magnet for the price movement. And of course, we see our indicators are almost at the point of a crossing. The crossing hasn't happened yet, but I will open this trade at my own risk, because the most important thing is that we've already established ourselves above this main red line. We are above it, waiting for the crossing with this indicator. So above us we have a resistance area, so overall the trade meets our conditions. Yes, everything looks great, we're taking 176, and the chart aligns perfectly with our scenario, and now we're experiencing a crossing. However, in this case, I wouldn't open a trade for an increase at this crossing, since we are currently in a resistance area, so there are certain risks involved. Yes, if there were nothing obstructing us, or if the area were, let's say, over here, I would open a trade for an increase, but since we are already at the resistance zone, we really need to wait for its breakthrough. Well guys, this resulted in a short video. Today I was able to earn almost 1,000, 6 trades closed in profit, thus this video is not clickbait. We actually achieved a 100% win rate today. I sincerely wish you to replicate this strategy in practice and understand how the stock market works. I'm sure you will succeed if you follow the advice from this video. Also, join my Telegram channel for additional training on binary options, and thank you all for watching this video. Bye bye.